Hi everyone. Well, the holidays are here, and it seems like it's that time of year when we are all looking for ways to put a new spin on classic creations. One of the things that I love to make is spice nuts, and I have been making these things for about as long as I can remember. These nuts have a kick to them, which is why I call them devilishly hot spice nuts. I think they're the perfect mix of flavor and fiery spice. And in fact, they're so good, you might just want to keep them all for yourself. And today, I'm going to show you how to make them. And one more thing, guys. This is my very first ever cooking video. I'm super excited and a whole lot nervous to share this journey with you. This is my first time recording and editing, so please bear with me as I figure out all the kinks and quirks to this process. Thank you. Okay, so this recipe calls for about 12 cups of nuts. It is a recipe that you can use any kind of nut, and you can double it, triple it, whatever. So today I have, and actually I'm making more than 12 cups today because a lot of these are going away for gifts. So today I have a whole bunch of peanuts. And actually, I'll put these in my pan. One of the first things you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 285 degrees because these are going to go into the oven for about 30 minutes after you get everything mixed up. I've also got a bunch of cashews here. My family loves cashews. And I have some almonds. I'm very fortunate where I live. There's a grocery store that keeps a very fresh supply of mixed nuts a wide variety of nuts on hand. And then last but not least, I have some, these are walnuts. So you're going to want to kind of stir this up a little bit just to kind of mix the nuts. And doubling or tripling this recipe is only limited by the size of roasting pan that you have. So as far as ingredients are concerned, in addition to the nuts, you are going to want 1 cube of butter, 2 tablespoons of seasoned pepper, 2 tablespoons of seasoned salt, 2 tablespoons of chili lime seasoning, and I like this Trader Joe's chili fish seasoning, and it's available on Amazon, and I'll give you a link in the video description. And then 3 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, and then you're going to want about 6 tablespoons of hot sauce. You can use any kind of hot sauce, Tabasco. Today I'm using sriracha because that's what I have on hand. And I think I said 1 cube of butter melted. And you're just going to put all of your seasonings into your butter, your melted butter. And just give that a quick stir. I'm using a 32-ounce Pyrex cup. I probably didn't need one quite that big, but it makes it a lot easier to stir. And then just pour this over your nuts. And then after you get everything out of your cup and pour it into your roasting pan, you're going to want to stir this. And I probably could have used a little bit more seasoning, but that's okay. You know, one thing I said about this is this recipe is really forgiving, and if you're making, a large batch, you just double up on your seasonings. If there's a seasoning that you would prefer, you can use pretty much whatever you want. As far as the seasoned pepper, I simply use McCormick's seasoning pepper, I guess is what you call it. But if there's, if you have a Traeger, there's Traeger seasonings that you can use. And then what you're going to do is, after you've got all this stirred up, is you're going to put this in your oven, preheated for 285 degrees. You're going to put this in the oven for for 30 minutes, and you're going to stir it every 5 minutes. At the end of 30 minutes, you take it out of the oven, and I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Once the nuts have cooled, then there's a couple of things you can do. Obviously, you can go ahead and eat them, and I'm going to try one here in just a second. They freeze extremely well, and I kept them for upwards of a year. They make a perfect last-minute snack, but they freeze. They do freeze really well. The other thing I do is I put them in cellophane bags and give them as gifts. These are going to my son's work, so I'll be filling up several more of these. The bags that I use, I just get off of Amazon. These particular bags are 3.5 inches by 12 inches. And what I have in these bags, I've measured out with a food scale. I've got 1.5 pounds of nuts in each bag. And in the little kit with the cellophane bags, they come with these little ribbons, and you can just tie them up, and they're just real cute to give away. So the last thing to do is to actually try one of these and see how they turned out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. These are so good. Oh, perfect combination of spices. A little bit of heat, not too hot, but these probably aren't going to last very long today. But very, very good. I hope you try them. And if you do, let me know what kind of combination nuts that you use. Let me know if you find other spices that you like to use. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you for watching. Happy holidays. I've included a link in the description for the recipe, as well as some of the products I've used in this video.